What's going on, everyone? 9:46 p.m. Let me just do a shout out and just say that we're live. I'm going to go over my strategy on how to buy Polkafantasy, and we're going to talk about Ecomi. So give me 1 second while I blast this off to the groups. All right, give me 1 second. Let me just blast this off. Sorry for people that are waiting. Desktop, no face. What's going on, everyone? How you doing? Let me know if you can hear me. I got what's going on, Richie? Can you hear me? What's going on? Pat E's in the house. Renchi DC's in the house. Orlando. What's going on, Orlando? Long time no talk. Yeah, the Ecomi FOMO is real. Yo, can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let me just switch up my is everything all right with sound? Let me know if sound is all right. Right now it says that my volume is off, but I think it's okay. Loud and clear. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Anyways, what's going on, everyone? Before we get into the questions, people who are looking to buy more Ecomi or buy more Polkafantasy. Yeah, Ecomi FOMO is real. Let me just get into this just so I can kick it off and then go to the questions here. All right, so let's just go to share my desktop. Hope you like the new desktop. All right, Polkafantasy. So check it out. Polkafantasy is listing tomorrow at 9 a.m. UTC time. So standard time for us is 5 a.m. Just pull up Google and check out what the time is to list. So XP is the token. And I'm not just shilling this project because I'm getting paid for it or sponsored, which I'm not. 100% I'm not. I wish. But I just believe in this token because the advisory team, the guy came from Square Enix, right? And they're bringing on a lot of advisors. And one of their main goals that the CEO keeps talking about is they want to bridge the non-crypto community over into the NFT space to kind of show them what's going on, what's good. So when you bring in an advisor from Square Enix, the COO that was the CEO for 17 years, that is, I think his name is Okada. Anyways, Okada was the COO of Square Enix, which is Final Fantasy. That's how big I think this game will go because they keep bringing on key advisors They have a lot of investors, um, and the community is big. They have first mover advantage. They're also creating an NFT wallet, NFT marketplace. But like I said, everyone's doing play to earn. They're doing play to earn. They have more of an RPG game, role playing game. But the main thing is they're just not a regular RPG or space battles or whatever, or like you fight in an arena. They have first mover advantage, um, with Japanese, like with a strong Japanese team. Final Fantasy, you can't get any bigger than that. Final Fantasy. So also they're announcing a huge game partner, after the listing. So the CEO Alex mentioned that they are announcing a partnership with a game company. So if you look at the advisory board and who's on the advisory board for Polka Fantasy, it's Okada. It's a guy from Square Enix, Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider, Dragon's Quest. So with his key contacts, I think it's going to be big. So how am I buying this? The pair that you need to buy is on Ethereum, okay? So you need ETH. You need ETH. You come over here. You click on ETH. All right. So once you get the contract, okay, you follow them on Twitter. They're going to announce it in their Telegram group. You're going to get the contract address, okay? Contract address to be announced tomorrow, September 10th. So once you get that contract address from the official page, do your own research. You copy it here. Let's say I copy it here. And I paste it into here, into this address. So let's say I paste it. You know what? Let me grab this contract address right here. So let me go to, where is it going? Yeah, let's use this one because this is on the Ethereum chain. So here's a token contract, okay? So that's the token contract. I'm also going to pull up Dex Tools, okay? Pull up Dex Tools. Once you get this contract address from Polka Fantasy, you want to pull up dextools.io. You want to copy that contract address from Twitter, and all you do is paste it in here. Because what you want to do is you want to see the action. If you're buying or selling, you want to make sure that you're looking at each candle, each wick, the volume. How much volume? Is the volume increasing? Okay, let's just come over here to the 1 minute. So by default, you might be on the 4 hour or the 1 hour. So what you want to do is you want to come over to the 1 minute time frame. All right, so we could scroll all the way back because this was a recent listing. All right, so we're going to scroll all the way back. You hit the command button. All right, hit the command button and scroll up and down to look. So now we're on the 1 minute time frame. We can see how much volume there is, right? If you see that we're spiking, okay, and the volume's going lower, then you might be a little bit concerned, all right? But this wasn't the best listing or the best example. But what I'm looking for is looking at the candle on the 1 minute time frame. Each candle represents a 1 minute close, right? So 1 minute, 1 minute, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're looking to see what the action is. Are we getting more people coming in, buying and buying and buying? And you're going to be able to see this here, right? You're going to be able to see if there's bots, if there's a couple of guys that are just buying and selling, or pushing price. Either way. But look, you're going to be able to see the green and the red to see if people are buying, or are they selling. So if we have a big candle that goes up, a big wick, big candle, big price movement that goes up to like 50x, then you see a lot of sell orders just at the bottom of Dex Tools. Maybe you should get back on Uniswap and put in your sell order. But I tell you one thing that I've noticed with IDOs and launches, they're not all the same now. Sometimes we do this. Like, look, okay, here's a prime example, a good example. The latest IDOs that I've been in, they have shot up. People are waiting for it to dip, and then it goes back up, right? So that happened to me twice. I sold one of my trades, and it was about, I think I got it around 5 cents. I sold it at 25 cents. It went to 42 because the dip started to happen around here, and it shot up to 42 cents. So after okay, let's continue the steps. You buy, or you're looking at buying Polka Fantasy. So you grab a contract address, go into Dex Tools. You're not going to have a lot of time to get the price early. So as soon as you get this Polkafantasy XP token contract address. Come over Uniswap. Okay, let's pretend I got it over here. So I'm going to copy, let's say this is Twitter. I'm going to grab the contract address. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to paste it. Okay, I'm going to go here and I'm going to paste it right there. So I'm going to import it now. All right, import. Now, this is where the action starts, okay? You don't want to put the max, okay, of your Ethereum because the pair to trade XP Polkafantasy is Ethereum. So I got 0.003 ETH, and you don't want to do that because you need gas. So I'll probably put, half of that, but make sure you have enough ETH. Do your own calculations. And then you can come over here to this. So I'm not going to make any recommendations for slippage and tolerance because a lot of people got quite angry at me for that. So slippage is something that you have to calculate. So if you put this at 49%, and I'm not recommending you put at 49%, but I made a simple spreadsheet and an example of what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm looking to spend around 25,000, right? The listing price for Polkafantasy is 5 cents. The max price that I'm willing to pay is 25 cents. So I know I'm not going to get it at 5 cents. If I'm lucky, I could get it at 10 cents. If not, I'll buy it at 25 cents max. So what I'm doing is the current price of Ethereum is 3,000. Let me zoom in. I can't zoom in, 1 second. The current price of Ethereum is 3,490 right here. And that'll give me 7.16 ETH, okay? So when I come over to Uniswap, and I did my calculations first. If I'm going to spend around 7 ETH, I should get a number around 100,000 tokens at a max price of 25. If I could get more, great. If the number is lower than this, I'm not buying it. I'm going to wait it out, okay? That's what I'm doing. Because I know this is going to shoot up, and who knows, it might pull a Star Atlas, right? Star Atlas went crazy. Like, look here. We'll go to Star Atlas, and this is what you hope will not happen to you. So look, we go on the 14-day because Star Atlas just went a little insane. Okay, it came up, and then we started to dip. So people are like, okay, sell. We're going to sell off. We came up. We went down. But look, in the beginning here, look at this. Look at this. Hopefully you can see this. The listing price, 0.001 for the pre-sale, 0.001, and it went to 28 cents or something like that. Look, it went all the way up to 10 cents. People are like, oh my God, I 10x'd. Or what is that? Yeah, that's 100x. Okay. Is that 100x at 10 cents? Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, they did a crazy amount of X, and they sold, okay? Then it went down to 0.08 cents, and then it shot up to 26, I think 28 cents was an all-time high. So we don't know how Polkafantasy is going to play out. I don't know. But let's come back to this example. Like I said, do your calculations and say, if I'm going to swap 7 ETH, I want a minimum of 100,000. So you come back to Uniswap. And what I mean by slippage of 49%, if you don't know what slippage is, and I'm not saying buy at 49, test it, but you don't have a lot of time. So if you put 20%, you're not going to be able to buy at 1, 2, 3, 5, 10% slippage, okay? But do your own research. If you put slippage at 50%, just do the simple math. 5 cents and it's 50%, you're looking at about 0.7, okay? 0.75 if you add slippage, worst case scenario. So if I put 49%, this is what's going to happen, or 20%, okay? You swap it, it's going to tell you exactly how much you're going to get, right? And it's going to tell you confirm swap. So look, I'm practicing this while I show everyone. You're going to get 326. So let's say this was XP Polka Fantasy. If I don't get 100,000 tokens, if this shows me 90,000 tokens, I'm going to say no. If it gives me anything over 100,000 tokens, I'm okay. I'm going to click confirm swap. Now I'm going to look at the gas. Okay, gas right now has changed. It went from 140 to 61. So I'm okay. Now, how am I going to push this faster? Do your own research. This is how I do it, okay? You come over at it, your gas limit. You could change your max fee, okay? You could change the gas if you want. You could change these. You could put priority fee, your gas limit. You could change this higher or lower. Max gas fees. You can just say I want to pay more gas fees, okay? So you could look at show recommendations. You could say I want to do it high. So look, you can look at the low and see what changes and make your decisions there, but practice this before you buy it tomorrow. Because if you're really bullish on Polka Fantasy, then yes, maybe you want to start playing around with this and see the prices, okay? If I want my transaction to go faster and not fail and guarantee it, I'll do that. So let me reject this. So then you just confirm and hopefully you get in. But that's what you need to do. Get the contractor address from Telegram or for official Twitter. Open this and kind of look at the action on the 1 minute time frame. Look at the buys and the sells at the bottom. Open up your spreadsheet. Calculate. If you're spending 25,000, I need 100,000 tokens minimum. If not, I'm going to wait it out. That's my plan. So anyways, let me get back to the questions. Yeah, ETH fees are disgusting. Give me 1 second. What's going on, John Henson? John Henson's in the house. Eli Nav, what's going on, Eli? Yo, let's talk about Ecomi. Now that Polka Fantasy is a little over, trying to show people a strategy of what I'm doing. Cool. Yeah, Ecomi FOMO, for real. So I got home. I was downtown Toronto for a little bit. Anyways, the Ecomi FOMO is real. Okay, so I made a couple of tweets today. Like right now we see play to earn this, NFT marketplace. Everyone is jumping on NFT bandwagon. We're getting a little cool down, right? So everyone sees a cool down of NFTs. If you look at the on-chain data, NFTs are slowing down. That's not because the NFT hype is dying or we're losing NFT hype. It's just that majority of the NFT stuff is built on Ethereum, and ETH gases are killing it. So all the people that got free airdrops, bought stuff at $7, and now it has done a 200x. Do you think they really want to pay like $150 to $200 in ETH gas fees, or to swap, or to mint, or to trade? No, like people are waiting for ETH 2.0 to come in 2050. Okay, well, not 2050, but who knows? Ethereum might come out in like, they say 2025, but it might be 2050. Who knows? But Ethereum's not one to sleep on. If you know what, their timeline, I just don't think it'll happen anytime soon, right? They might have a timeline in like 3 years, but you're probably looking at 6 years. Ethereum will always be the favorite, but you always look for scalable solutions, layer 2 solutions, layer 1 platforms. You look at Matic, right? Okay, Matic's great. Boom. Platforms are killing Solana. So who knows, what's going to be the dominant player. I think Polkadot's they're not known for smart contracts. You have to use, like I said, Moonriver, Edgeware, right, to get that EVM-based bridge from a parachain slot to come in as Ethereum on an EVM, and you don't have to change code on Polkadot. So we'll see how it goes. But Ecomi, and people are saying, NFTs are slowing down. It's not. It's just that Ethereum gas fees are so high that the NFT on-chain data is showing like people don't want to mint, people don't want to trade, people don't want to deal with ETH gas fees. So Solana is great. Flare. Let me go to a tweet here from Ecomi. Shout out to DC. DC always sending me the FOMO stuff. Where was that tweet, DC? Here it is. Let me just go to my tweet. All right, check this out. Don't sleep on Ecomi. All right, mass adoption for real, super strong community. I'm not sure what Ecomi isn't doing right or well. So if you look at Ecomi and what they're doing, they continue to do things very well, right? And I talk about strong community. Cryptocurrency is all about communities. You have a strong community. If you have no product and you got crap product, you got no product like Cardano, and you've been promising the world that you're going to have a product out, and you get nothing but a white paper and hopium, that, yeah, well, number one, it sucks, all right? Number two, you're going to have some drop the wallets, losing all the Telegram customers. Your army is just going to go to nothing. But if you have a strong army and you treat them well and you update them well and you keep them informed and you have your marketing strategy done right, you could be a blockchain company like Cardano, have no product, but you got such a great shill army that no matter what, the amount of holders are going to be loyal and strong, okay? But if you don't have that, your price is going to reflect it. Bottom line, your price is going to reflect it. If you don't treat your community well, your coin goes to shit. S-H-I-T, capital shit, right? So, and we're all tired of like waiting and waiting, like you wait on Cardano, but they got such a strong shill army. Anyways, what I mentioned here, like Ecomi, for me, not just because, like there's a reason why I bought a lot of Ecomi, okay? Is because they constantly burn. Let's take a look at Hex, all right? Take a look at Hex. Shout out to DC. DC and I were looking at this, okay? So if you know what the Ecomi daily supply or the total supply of Ecomi is about 300 billion, even though it says 750 billion, I think 300 and some billion will never enter the market. So the total supply for Ecomi is about 300 billion. Check this out. Hex, the total supply is almost 600 billion. 600 billion, guys. And the price went to 44 cents. Okay? If you look at all the things that Ecomi is doing, all of the things, they constantly burn, okay? It's the number one grossing app in the App Store, all right? By revenue. Like not by the amount of users that have signed up, monetary value, grossing in sales is Ecomi, right? So if you see that and we're early, once the bull run kicks off, people are going to be able to say, hey, what cryptocurrency should I buy? People are going to be like, buy Ecomi. What's Ecomi? Like, do you know Marvel? Do you know the Hulk? It's something you can, like I said, it's something you could explain to a 4-year-old, right? You know cars? What's a car? I forgot. Beside Fast and Furious, that little cartoon racing car. Anyways, it's something you can explain to a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old. And on top of that, we talk about play to earn gaming, okay? And augmented reality, virtual reality, AR, VR. Look at this. Something's weird on my phone for Ecomi. This is massive. This is to the next level. Who is doing this? Nobody. Nobody is doing this. There's a reason why they're doing it is because they have the money, they have the marketing, they have the advisors, they have the right team, they have all the pieces in place, okay? No one else is doing this. Nobody. Nobody is doing that. Sorry, I sound like I sound like a a master Ecomi shiller, but there's a reason why, and it's more or less like, well, it's hard to say that I'll be wrong. That's the thing, and not financial advice, but when I buy Ecomi, I just feel safe, right? Because they've got a product out, they burn, the army's massive. The majority of the people in our group are on Ecomi, and you can't get more bullish than that. You try and look at some of the faults that they're doing, but you look and you can nitpick and say, okay, well, they're not doing this, but overall, like, it's it's unstoppable, right? Yeah, the supply might be okay. Yeah, there's a lot of token holders that own big bags, but when you're the number one grossing app in the App Store and you consistently burn and you consistently have sales and you do a launch and it sells out in minutes, that's bullish. And then when you buy something, shout out to Ren in our group, when you buy a comic book, the Hulk ultra rare comic book that you bought for $7 and now it's worth 2,000, that's huge. Okay. One of the mistakes, not a mistake, one of the annoying things about Ecomi right now is that you have it, it's worth X amount, it's in gems, but you can't do anything with the gems. You can't do any fiat conversions, but this is where Immutable X, kind of like Matic, they're going to be able to get bridge onto the Ethereum chain and sell on OpenSea. So depending on the license and the creator of that, if they allow that to be sold on OpenSea based on their IP and the license, think about probably what the number one NFT sales or searches are going to be across multi-chain, right? I think it's going to be massive. So, sorry, my phone's ringing. I think it's going to be massive once it gets to OpenSea. But like if you look at it, we went to an all-time high of 0.13. We're sitting at 0.03. And if Hex can get to 46 cents, geez, that's going to be super life-changing money for a lot of us if we get to 46 cents. And we're pre-bull market. We're not even in a bull market. If we get into bull market, it's going to be pretty crazy. So, yeah, ADA is killing it. But yeah, on the other side, it's like um, some people say that about VeChain too, right? So you look at VeChain Vet, and you've got so many people on Vet, so many people that believe in VeChain. They burn consistently, okay? They have the product out. They have tons of enterprise customers, but they're kind of hovering around like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cents, 9 to 12 cents. But it's a long game with VeChain, right? You know, our group and a lot of us were on VeChain at the 0.00 levels. So lesson learned is you just kind of hold out strong and hopefully they're doing things well. But you got to pick the coins that have a strong community, okay? And that the product is coming out very soon, okay? I hate that word soon, soon, right? But anyways, you hope the product is going to come out. But right now I'm playing safe bets where I'm investing my money with less white paper stuff, less white papers like, okay, a product's coming out soon. No, I'm investing more of like the product's here, it's burning, there's usage as utility, they've proven themselves, okay? Less risk because I got a lot of risky bags, and that's the main thing. Yeah, ADA, right? And Bumblebee. That's it. Cars, Dixel, Pixar. So it's just something that you can relate to. If Disney comes out with Frozen, right? You're gonna have a little Frozen fire ice thrower running around making us billionaires, right? You got Frost, that girl. I forgot her name. Elsa, that's it. Anyways, I've got a niece, and I was forced to go to a Frozen 2 and I must have had the worst time of my life because I couldn't be on my phone. Because the person next to me was like, "Could you please turn off your phone? The light is right in my face." So I turned up the light, and I got kicked out. What's going on? My man Mark Innes is in the house. DC says Ecomi is gonna form a cup and handle. Yeah, what's going on, Patrick? Interwoven 222. Shout out to Interwoven. Yeah, and to me, it's one of those altcoins where I just shove in my bag, and it's like set and forget about Ecomi, but consistently like look at what's new because, like I said, the problem with most chains and most companies today is the question of will they survive? Will that company that you invested into, will it survive? Do they have enough developers? Okay. Does company A that you invested into, do they have a product? Is it coming out? If it's not coming out, what's the reason? Is it because you don't have enough developers? What are the delays? Okay, delays are fine, but when you talk about long delays and an upset community, those are some issues. But when you have something like a Ecomi that has a product out that is exploring new areas like gamification and AR and virtual reality, and you don't have to second guess if they have money, because I'm pretty sure if they were to go to pitch for round A funding, seed one or whatever, if they needed to do a crowd loan, I'd pretty much think they'd probably get whatever they asked for, times 100. Okay, so we don't have to worry about development. We don't have to worry about operations cash flow. They're there. It's, to me, the way I look at it is like just people are sleeping on it. Bottom line, people are sleeping on it. Until Bitcoin gets to FOMO, like I've been saying, retail dumb money. When a lot of money comes into the markets, and I'm talking about outside of crypto, I'm talking about real estate. Right now we have inflation issues. The economy, COVID, all that stuff, it's hurting the economy. The travel industry, right? Aviation is taking a big hit. Nowhere near the levels, okay? Restaurants, 50% capacity. It's not going to fly. We're not. People aren't spending. People are still working from home. If you look at the global effect, when people are working from home, people aren't driving their cars. There's no maintenance. Garage shops aren't making money. People who work in the downtown core that used to travel every day, commute every day to downtown, they're not helping the economy. Usually they go out for lunch. They'd spend some money on lunch, right? Small businesses would employ more people because there's a need, right? People in the U.S., they're getting paid more to stay at home. So until all of this picks up and retail dumb money comes in when they see Bitcoin at 75,000, it's going to be on the media like crazy. Then people come in and they're like, they ask a friend, they ask, hey, hey, Patrick, hey, Mark, what's going on, Mark Innes? What should I get into? Mark might say, hey, I think you should buy Ecomi. Ecomi's a real killer crazy one. And you explain Ecomi to them, it's a no-brainer, right? At today's price, okay? At today's price, because who knows, like when you watch this video, we might be talking about 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents. Now, do you want to buy a million? Do you want to buy a million Ecomi at 5 cents, or you could have bought it at today's price at 0? Ecomi Maxi, but no. What's going on, JP? Yeah. See, that's JP, that's my strategy too, is like I'll never sell whatever millions I have. I'm always going to keep a moon bag in case it goes to that just insane number where I'm happy that if I've made $10 million through a Ecomi, I think it'll last me a lifetime. Unless you just spend stupid and you buy just a whole bunch of Rolls Royce cars and don't manage your money well. So what's going on with you? Um, the first 6 months did 40 million in sales. Wow, that's crazy. NFT company 40 million, 6 months. Second link. Also, Marvel chose to partner with Ecomi. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Like, if you think about it, if you think about, all right, people are begging for tweets from big companies. People would die to be, tweeted by a large enterprise company like, let's say, Home Depot. If you're in that niche, if you're in the home improvement, you'd want to get a tweet from Home Depot. Okay, most people in North America, if you don't know what a Home Depot is like the biggest North American home improvement store. But when we get into the genre and the niche of what Ecomi is doing with collectibles, digital collectibles, how much bigger can you get with Marvel? Like you can't get any much bigger than Marvel. They got characters, they got comic books dated back from 1930s, right? You look at a physical comic book, from the 1930s, 1940s, 50s, like they're worth so much. The NFT space is just like people sleep on it. It's the new form, it's the new wave, it's the new trend. Not even a trend, it's just the future of everything. And on top of that, like I said, you're getting into augmented reality, virtual reality, and anything that comes forward, right? And now there's talks about something like Disney might possibly buy VV Ecomi. If Disney buys Ecomi, and these are rumors, right? We don't know. I doubt it's going to happen because unless they get some insane price, right? Obviously they would sell. But if Disney were to buy Ecomi, I think it would be a good thing because Disney is Disney. Like Disney cruises, Disney everything, Disney movies, Disney cruise lines, the products, the marketing, the money. I'm not saying that Ecomi doesn't have money, but they can fast forward everything instead of developing something in maybe like 5 years. Maybe they'll develop in a month. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, to me, Ecomi's a no-brainer, for real. Patrick, Tim Shed says the NFL had a crypto commercial. Hope next VV commercial. Yeah, and if Disney decided to buy out Ecomi, I'm pretty sure they'd spend, a couple of $1 million for a 30-second commercial on the NFL halftime show. Patrick says, damn, also Marvel's got huge lineup of Marvel Cinematic Universal movies coming out in 2022. Yeah. And it's like if you look at the brands are just unreal. Jurassic Park, Fast and the Furious, Marvel, every character in Marvel. And the cool thing is like who knows how they gamify things and how they bring in more utility and use case, okay? That's the main thing. How are they going to build more utility? Okay, great. They might probably have staking in the future, lock up the tokens more. But you could also get rewarded with their Master VV collection program. So if the Master VV collection program incentivizes you to hold and stake your Ecomi for X amount of time, that's bullish because more tokens are just going to be locked. Okay, on top of that, they have a burn mechanism. So it kind of reminds me of like sharing like flowbacks, or you have buybacks, but you can't get more bullish than Ecomi's buybacks. Like that is mass adoption. Super mass adoption. Anyways, I talk about Ecomi too much. Ecomi's to me, not financial advice. Ecomi's a no-brainer long term. You can ape into DeFi, You could ape into smart contract platforms. You could ape into Solana projects, what I'm doing. Like I'm getting to Ethereum, Radium. We're seeing platforms just take over because everyone's sick of Ethereum gas. So they're looking for alternatives. They're looking for alternatives that'll help things work out. And that's why, for me, I'm so big on Polkadot, because like if you don't understand like how Polkadot works and how Polkadot will help in general, like with gas fees, it's probably like zero to low fees once you're on the Polkadot chain. On the Polkadot chain, you've got these slots, okay, parachain slots. So you've got Moonbeam, Moon River. Moon River, I think, is on Moonbeam. Moon River is on the Kusama, and Moonbeam is on Polkadot relay chain. So before you get onto Polkadot relay chain, you got to go through Kusama, which is a testnet. Anyways, this allows you to bridge Ethereum assets or to bridge anything related with Ethereum onto the Polkadot network so you can make a trade. And then you've got DeFi platforms like Reef that'll kind of help you trade between A and B through Ethereum, through Binance Smart Chain, through Polkadot, because it's going to be on Moonbeam, Moon River, and an integration there. So you're not paying any money. Then you've got another slot or company called Edgeware that kind of helps Ethereum-based companies or Ethereum contracts, smart contract platforms, bridge on through an EVM, Ethereum virtual machine. So that's why I'm so big onto Polkadot for the future, because I know where it's going, where it's coming into, right? Because Polkadot's not really known for smart contract-based platform. It's who they're using within these slots. And there's only a certain amount of slots, right? Then you've got Kusama. The small boys are in Kusama, big boys are in Polkadot. Eventually be a bridge, and it's going to be in the Polkadot ecosystem. As long as you got a slot and whatever you're developing on that slot to bridge other chains into, it's big. Like Reef. Reef is going to be on the Polkadot, and they're just going to say, hey, if you want a DeFi-based platform, an integrator, right? So you could aggregate all the data from Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Cardano, or whatever, let Reef do that. So that's why I'm still big on Reef. Polkadot, yeah, big. JP says, after immutable MTL exchanges and reinstating buybacks, let's see what happens. Yeah. I'm excited for immutable because, like I said, when immutable gets transitioned, Ecomi goes onto immutable. Who knows? Coinbase. I don't think you could ignore, like, with a company like that, Vivi. To me, it would make sense to list on Coinbase. They're probably not integrated into. Coinbase doesn't want to probably list Ecomi because it'd probably be the only Go Chain network on Coinbase. Once they get onto Immutable X and it's an ERC20 contract, they're going to be able to say, that's no problem. Yeah, let's list you. And Coinbase, I mean, Ecomi probably has the money to say, okay, we'll pay the listing fee. Yeah, I've been holding over 6 months. I've been holding quite a lot. A Shang-Chi Vivi? Who knows? Yeah. For me, JP, I'm being patient too for Ecomi. And like I said, my strategy is like, just make sure you're diversified, right? Because you're going to have coins in your wallet that are doing crap. They're doing complete crap and you're just pissed off at them and you're like, man, this coin doesn't move. But like I said, if you're all in into one coin, that's not my problem. Not financial advice, but like I said, you only need one coin to moon, okay? Let's say out of your bag, you've got Ecomi, and Ecomi decides to moon, and you've made your millions and millions of dollars. Now you can sit back, relax, let that bag that was doing nothing, let it take its time, because maybe it needs 6 months, maybe it needs 8 months, maybe it needs 2 years to come out with a product, right? So, but that's what I'm hoping. I'm banking in the bull run. I'm banking on Ecomi to do very well, just because the adoption is there, the community is there, the product is there, it's burning. We all know what's in store for them: Immutable X, gem to fiat conversion, AR, VR, gaming, Coinbase listing, Disney, Pokemon, play to earn. Like, that's 9 things already, 9 bullish things. So that's why I say, like, if you're sleeping on Ecomi, not financial advice, you just have to wake up a little bit. Yeah, if they only do drops in the marketplace, it's going to get stupid prices real quick. But they want that, David Yu has the supreme mentality: buy retail, some collect, and then yeah, Ultraman will do well, and that's true. VV app isn't, it's not translated. That's the thing. It's not translated, right, in Asia. Like, it's only North America. It's only English, right? It should be, yeah, it should go on Qcoin, then Binance, and then Coinbase, right? And that's the thing. Like, you've got so much burn, and it's just on GoChain, right? It's crazy. What's going on, Alex? How you doing? Adriano, Constellation DAG, XDC, Disrupt, Big Data, and Trade Finance. Yeah, I like Constellation. I have Constellation. So I like Constellation because it's true. They're solving a great problem for enterprise, which is data and servers and infrastructure. Okay, so when you could solve a problem like that and have state channels where you could be a node operator or have light nodes, and if a business needs nodes and validators and light nodes to help support its infrastructure, these light nodes that are out there, these validator nodes, can point to a state or a channel or to a business and say, I'll support you. And you got multiple nodes that are carrying the load of the traffic and big data and help move things faster along the network to the nodes and the peers out there for Constellation. That's big. So I think Constellation DAG I don't think it's going to be an overnight moon success, because they still are small. I know that they talk about the Department of Defense, but with Constellation DAG, it was like the small business aviation, or I forgot what the contract was, but basically it was a phase 2 contract for helping companies develop their technology and get like a round of funding. So I like DAG. I don't think it'll moon big, but I think you'll get, because they have a great community, great trade community, great overall community, a lot of DAG bulls, a lot of people that are confident in DAG. So the community is there, the price is there, the validators are there, the team is there, the team is great, and they're pretty new. So I think DAG is going to do well organically. I just don't think it's going to moon, but it'll do well, and I like it. I think people should hold some DAG just in case it does moon and I'm wrong. You went all in, 300 million, over 300. God damn, 300 million. That is insane. 300 million. How do you get 300 million? 300 million. Let me calculate how much you own here. You own 1.2 million worth dollars. Yeah, like I won't say how much crypto I have compared to fiat in money wise, but I I still don't like going all in because let's say, and I'm not saying that Ecomi won't do well, but every coin has its time, and every coin has a potential to do 200x, 400x, 500x. If you're sitting on Ecomi and let's say you've got a competitor that is taking a piece of the pie, and you got three competitors that take a piece of the pie, and a lot of tokens or holders kind of move over there, and competition is great because it takes you got to be competitive in the market, but it all chips away at the pot, and it keeps chipping away, and taking some of its market share. And let's say that happens. Not to say that happens. I don't think it'll happen. But and then maybe people aren't as bullish. Or, okay, worst case scenario. And I've seen it happen a lot. There's an exploit, there's a hack. If there's a hack that happens with Ecomi, okay? If there's a hack, and something happens with Ecomi, and you're all in, right? And your $1.2 million goes to 10,000, and all the other coins that you have or wanted to have or could have bought pulls 100x. Punch yourself in the face. Just kidding. We hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen because I don't have a $300 million Ecomi bag, but I have a bag that is sitting pretty. All right, so yeah, I have a bag that's doing well. All right, so you did a nice play. You tripled. So I got into Solana at $2. Um, I bought a big bag. I traded for BTC. I sold at 15, but I kept a nice bag, so I'm doing well in Solana. But Solana was a token where like I stored in Binance, and then I looked at my Binance portfolio. I'm like, geez, this is crazy. But I never thought Solana would pull that. I knew about it's platform. It has a possibilities. The only problem was the cost of the hardware in order to run the Solana network. But then the CEO just talked about as hardware gets cheaper over the years, you're not going to need that much of an expensive machine. Like right now, Solana, to go on a Solana network and start helping validate and work with the hardware and the network, you're talking about $5,000 to $6,000 machine with the SSDs, the storage, the memory, something like that. Like roughly about 7,000 Canadian is roughly we need. Disney is closing its last 3 stores this month. Disney, in my opinion, will never go away. It'll always be. How many coins are in a bag? Moon. Initial investment was around 300,000. Hey man, it is what it is. I can either risk it in what I believe in the future, in what I believe the future will be Tesla back in the day, but today now. We're all George. Yeah, that bag is crazy. If you have 300 million, that is an insane bag. I would like to get 300. I don't have 300 million. I have a healthy bag, but I'd like to get it bigger. I just believe in Ecomi so much. It's crazy. It's like I said, it's a crazy sleeper. AVA, what is that? Travela versus Vet. Which do you like? Of course, VeChain, Vet, but I know like I said, I bashed Travela before, but the key thing is like Travela has a product. The product is out. It's working. They specialize in that area, and the token's doing well, and the community is happy. So it's great. So Travela, AVA, backed by Binance. Um, it's pretty much like, who are their competitors? Travela, really not that many. Like sharing, will get into that space, but right now they're doing it well. They're doing it right. I took a look at the app, and it works well. It works on mobile. You go to Binance, you want to book travel on the Binance.com link at the bottom left. Book your hotel or book your travel, and you could pay with cryptocurrency. But bottom line is that they have a product and it works. It's out. The token is doing well. The community is doing well. VeChain too. If you've been following my channel from the VeChain days, the Vet days, 0.002003, you're doing well. VeChain has it all, right? VeChain is safe. They've got a great marketing company, great strategy, great team, bullish community. Everything the Vet, they're doing right. They're doing well in the marketing, in the community, okay? Everything. Enterprise. They're burning. The product is out. It's a safe buy, VeChain, in my opinion. Not financial advice. But yeah, you can't get any more bullish than that. Like VeChain's good. I like VeChain. Will VeChain hit $1? Yeah, it'll hit $1. I think you won't see a support of $1 in the next. I would say in the next 3 years, we from now to 3 years, I think we'd hit $1. I don't think we'll hit support and maintain $1. I think we'll get an influx of investors that come in, and we get a bit of a manipulative price and a spike of a Wall Street kind of bets $1, and you got to take profit, and not financial wise, let it retrace and dollar cost average and rebuild your stack and rinse and repeat and take profit, right? Because if you took profit at 28 cents and you follow the chart from Bitcoin, as Bitcoin kind of moved below the 200-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, if you took a look at those indicators and you looked at where VeChain was going to, that was a sign that, because VeChain follows Bitcoin very, very closely. So if Bitcoin tanks, what's going to follow? VeChain is going to follow big time, maybe 4 hours, maybe 16 hours, maybe a day after, right? So if you look at all those indicators and just say, okay, well, we're touching, or, the 200-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, we're below it. The 200-day average, we're creeping close. Maybe you want to look at creating a position just to get out, DCA, and take your profit at 25 cents, 28 cents, right? So just look at everything. But yeah, 003 days, I kind of wish. Any updates on sharing? No. I don't know. I think the app is coming out soon. Gotta love that word. Soon. I love soon. Anyways, yeah, I think the app is coming. I'm not gonna say any dates. It's just saying dates is bad. I don't know when the app is coming out. I really don't know. Hope it comes out soon. Yeah, I hold sharing still. Am I still bullish on it? Yeah, I like sharing. The only problem is the same as everyone. Everyone is waiting for the app. Everyone's waiting for transactions. Tim said that there was a waiting for Apple to do the approval because they're waiting for a government letter, which was so I don't know what happened with that. And then the app would come out. And then we're now into I think it's going to come out, but I think we still have to send it to 1,000+ testers. I think. Don't quote me on it. So my personal opinion on when the app is going to come out, I think it's 2022. Mid Q1. They say Q4 or it said Q4, but I don't know, right? That's just my guesstimate, and I don't like to go by dates. I don't want to. I'd rather overestimate. I'd rather like not have any dates. When I see a date, I'll add 2 months to it, right? So, I my personal thoughts, I think it's 2022. Anyways, we're getting to past an hour. Yeah, VeChain. You can't go wrong with VeChain's enterprise solutions. It's crazy. Anyways, thanks for joining the stream. That's it. It's been over an hour. I'll see you guys in the groups.